Okay, so another pair of questions from Tank Engine Media, who asked, besides the Beatles, Thomas the Tank Engine, Mario, FNAF, what other franchise do you like? It could be television, games, etc. I love Asterix, Lucky Luke, Castle Gaff, Tintin, Queen, Phineas and Ferb. Yeah. Who is the most overrated Thomas character in your opinion? Edward and Oliver. I'm sorry. Edward and Oliver are overrated as hell. I'm just saying that now. Edward and Oliver are the most overrated characters in the entire Thomas franchise. I will take that to the day I die. Anyways, he also asked, Fault in Legends Go. I don't like it, but it sucks as a Thomas product. Like, as a Thomas the Tank Engine product, it is absolutely 100% terrible. But on its own, it's actually decent. Thoughts on the 2026 Thomas Show. I am hyped. Just to let you know, if you were making a series besides audio stories, what would be the series called be about? Kind of like a comedy series, and basically the Sudrian Drunkers. Like, maybe the Sudrian Drinkers. And just be like the engines causing havoc, like my Tommy layout and stuff. Fault in Tom and Jerry. Peak Cinema. Fair IRL basis. It doesn't matter what part of the world it's from. If we're talking from... good question. I guess my favorite locomotives of all time from that post I made a while back kind of explain it, so yeah. Next question is from my good friend, X-Man Studios says, again, what's your favorite costume you ever made? I already answered, I like Diesel 10 and like my 80 of Gordon. What's your favorite song from the Beatles? Yellow Submarine. What other musicians do you like other than the Beatles? I was going to say Queen's one of my favorites, though, considering Paul McCartney's in it. Yeah, I don't know. But I love Queen. I'd really be interested to get into, say, Elton John, the Beach Boys, Nirvana, and, well, honestly, Queen's probably my second favorite. Next up, Jayashi1215 asks, what's your favorite anime? Probably the Pokemon anime. What's your favorite ocean liner, warships, tugboats, or any ships and boats? Honestly, my favorite boat of all time, in general, is Appleton Hall. Like, Appleton Hall is honestly my favorite boat, tugboat, whatever, in maritime history. I just think that Appleton Hall has a very fascinating history. I highly recommend watching Lucky Tug's videos, so yeah, Appleton Hall is my favorite, so yeah. Right, we are overdue on the 400 subscriber Q&A, as when I announced I was going to do this when I reached 400, well, by the time I'm recording this, it is now 460 subs. What? Seriously, thank you all genuinely for this amount of subs. It means so much to me. And yes, it is going to be in the black screen again, but I will try to explain my best. And also, I'll explain questions from the people I'm still on good terms with. I won't probably answer questions from people who I'm not on good terms with, or I have kind of moved on from my separate ways from them. So, without further ado, let's begin. This is from my good friend Ultimate Cringe. He asked, will you ever make a series on the Ringoverse? I would like to, yeah, but, I don't know when. Closest you're going to get for now is my Ringoverse or 34H audio stories, so, yeah. 2. If you could redo your AU, what would you change completely different? I mean, there's the Ringoverse, so kinda got your answer. And his third and final question is, what do you think of his Tamar Extended adaptation so far? I think it's pretty good. Next one is from Garisha Beljarian. Forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. And he asks, 1, have you ever been in the Sonic franchise and the Mario franchise? I was very into Sonic around 2024, and I did see the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic SatAM, which I really liked, as well as like the movies. Though I haven't really played the games in a while. Plus, I kind of suck, as the point of it is just going fast, yet I suck at it. So maybe, who knows? But I want to know my favorite character. Probably Robotnik. And for Mario, come on. It's me, Mario. Woohoo! Let's go. Yeah, you can tell I love Mario. 2, what overload engines were on trial in the Rangoverse? Not your 9462 or the Running engine or the Green engine. I'm gonna be for real. The tender engines from like Thomas the Tank Engine, the Art of West book. Those like the Shed and like Passing for Thomas and Thomas the Trucks are 9462 and 8756. The one at the Station of Thomas's Train is Edward. Next one is from Glitch107W7N. Again, sorry about that. What is your ideal Connor, Caitlin, Philip, and Porter? Connor is a GWR King. Caitlin's a Princess Royal. Philip is an LNER Y10. And Porter is an S100, considering my Rosie's the Pannier tank, and is also a 15XX. 2, where is Stepney's branch line? That E1 Stepney OC isn't really canon anymore, as my Stepney's just, well, the real Stepney, although he visited Sodor a lot more often, and ever since his withdrawal in 2014, he has been running regularly, so yeah. Next one is from my good friend Stepney Studios. He asked, who are your favorite engines from each of the big 4 and BR? LNER is the A3, LMS, Princess Royal, GWR Saints, and Southern, probably the L-Class. 2, how many Chuggington / Thomas characters exist in your RU? Brewster, Wilson, and Coco. Yeah, that's it. 2, do you have any goals you want to hit by the end of the year? I would like to collect more physical media, like Thomas VHS and like DVDs. Get a new DVD player. I would like to get some more retro video game consoles. Probably when the 2026 merch comes out in my country, and I see them in stores, probably gonna buy them all. And probably collect a lot of the old Tomy and Trackmaster stuff from like 1992 to 2009, with some 2010 and 2013, before it went down to shit in 2014. I got most of the AF stuff, so yeah. Next, Fire Thomas 1234 asks, what was the best and worst episode of Thomas and Friends? My favorite is All at Sea. Least favorite, no one's surprised, push me, pull you. Second question is, what do you think of the movie series, Mario? I mean, she has potential, plus, come on, I love to see her. I just hope she's just really well. 2, what do you dislike about Paw Patrol or like about it? And is it worse than Legends Go? I haven't seen it since I was like 7 years old, so I can't tell you on that. But judging on it, yeah, I'm not really interested. 5, what are your top 10 favorite Thomas episodes? Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see. Off the Rails, Down the Mine, I think. Thomas and the Trucks, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4. Make Someone Happy. The Flying Kipper. I'll have to get you back on that one. Warhead Cannon for your engines 1 to 12. I will probably I have updated them and I will talk about it, but that will be soon. Who's your favorite OC? Probably Brighton or Eastern, which is ironic considering they're the only two, like, all the few OCs left I have my inventory. And you with. Would you want to collab with me? Yeah, sure. Whatever franchise you like besides Thomas. Ooh, good question. But I like a lot of things, but top 5 besides Thomas are Asterix, Phineas and Ferb, the Beatles, Mario, and Queen. Like, the band. NER Raven A2 asks, who's your favorite character? Gordon, easy. Favorite AU? Dunno. Favorite cubs you ever made? Probably my 80th Gordon custom or my Diesel 10. I'm now going to talk about my favorite episodes, just to finish off the Fire Talents 1, 2, 3 section. My favorite episodes are All at Sea, Off the Rails, Down the Mine, Make Someone Happy, The Flying Kipper, so that's 5. A Close Shave, Duncan Gets Spooked, which is like, yeah. Let's see, what else? Fish. My favorite hit era episode is Respect for Gordon and Thomas and the Storyteller. Those are just ones that came into my head, so yeah, quite literally just questions that just came into my head. So yeah.